All right, good morning, y'all. It's me, Trey Reach Tarot 2. It's the last message for the day. Let's see about what's going on with Chat's relationship. We obviously caught the judgment. All right, well, Chat's romantic relationships. I'm sorry. We already got the judgment card. Fuck. What's going on? The judgment card with the 10 of Wands. In terms of your relationships, y'all might be needing to reflect on what the fuck you're carrying, because this person looks like they're holding on to baggage, right? Or not only carrying what I just said, this intuition card and reflecting. You're reflecting on shit that you're holding on to from the past. 10 talks about completion. This person is holding on to all this shit, right? In terms of their romantic relationships, you gotta let that shit go. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I know as a person, as a Capricorn rising, I like to hold on to shit. I hold grudges. I do. But sometimes when it's terms of your relationships, right, you gotta end that shit. In terms of your romantic relationships, in order to move forward, it's just new opportunity, new passion, right? You gotta end that old way of thinking. You gotta really work through some of the shit that you're holding on to. Is it worth holding on to that shit, right? Sometimes shit is worth holding on to. I'm not gonna lie to you. But sometimes in a relationship, is that really worth holding on to in terms of your romantic relationships? Cannot be fixed, cannot be rectified. And if so, in what way? 1, 2, 3 on the timer. You need to gather your shit up. We're going on a trip on our favorite rocket ship, zooming through the sky. Do you want to zoom through the sky with your man? Do you want to zoom the sky with your bitch? I'm sorry if you don't articulate that in that way with your woman and with your man. Sorry, I would like to make sure everyone understands that. But at the end of the day, how do you want this relationship to go? Right? You can't be Mr. Bag Sir or Mr. Bagman or Miss Bag Lady and then expect all these good things to happen, right? In your relationship. Let that shit go, bro. Alright, with that being said, Holy Spirit, separate me from the fall. The Most High can always call. My intention is to get a 1 card general message for Chat's romantic relationships. With that being said, Holy Spirit, separate me from the fall. The Most High can always call. What is a 1 card general message for Chat's romantic relationships on this good Thursday? It is 11:10 here. So 111 is significant. Let's see. 8 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, so something is coming in quick. There's a lot of Wands here, right? We have the 10 of Wands, the 8 of Wands. 10 of Wands when I split the deck, the 8 of Wands here. 10 talks about completion, 8 talks about mastery. Mastery over what? Wands talks about creation, right? You understand that you are the creator of your environment and for your relationships. So take charge of that movement, right? Here we go. The Page of Wands again. If you saw the other reading, these are a lot of wands here. If you add all them up, because I've learned that you should add all these up, because obviously things need to be added. So 10 plus 8 is 18, plus 1 is 19, 1 plus 9 is 10. 10 of Wands again at the end of the day, right? But if you broke these cards down, right, the 10 of Wands, or the judgment that I pulled when I split the deck to the 10 of Wands, right, reflecting on what the fuck you're holding on to, right? And letting that shit go in order to move quickly to get to this passionate type of love we're talking about here. The page again talks about young, energetic, creative endeavors. But again, in terms of this type of question we're asking, young energy, right? I think in relationships, especially romantic, you need to keep it young. You need to keep it fresh, at certain times. Sometimes you may be in a rut, right? Or you may just need to keep it nostalgic or whatever the case may be. The opposite of young, right? Not all your relationships are going to be young and fresh, but sometimes you need to revamp it with this Page of Wands here, right? In order to do that, you have to let go, obviously, the Judgment card to the 10 of Wands of what is not serving you at this time in terms of your relationships, in terms of what has happened in your past relationships, right? So you can be catapulted, obviously, these 8 of Wands shooting to this new passionate energy, right? All adding up to this 10 of Wands, right? And if I had to culminate this message, right, even though these are 4 cards I pulled, right, and breaking it down to the 10 of Wands in terms of your romantic relationships, again, there's too much that you're carrying right now in terms of your romantic relationships, right, personally, whether you're masculine or feminine. You need to take stock, obviously, the Judgment card of what needs to be going with you and what you need to be leaving behind, right, whether it be from a past relationship, whatever this person has done, right, recently to you, right? Because relationships are not perfect, right? But you got to understand and ask yourself the question, what are you willing to put up with in a relationship? Don't look at everybody else, because everybody else is not going to have the same standards. What are you as individuals willing to put up with? And is that taking away from you personally? Is that biting away from your authenticity, biting away from your loyalty, biting away from, the type of love that you would give this person? If that is true, then I really think that you need to get the fuck up out of there. Seriously, and find something else passionate to do. But you can also take this reading as, if that's not the case, then you need to, again, count your losses, right, and take your wins and move forward so you can get back to this passionate type of love with your counterpart. All right, that's the message for today. Again, thank you for joining me. Remember, your energy is your own, my energy is my own. Let no one try to adopt. If you host try, my ancestors will break you like a pop. Whoa.